Mine, too, in the last 4 Vikings drafts, they have only gotten 172 total starts from those picks. Yeah. That's second fewest in the span. If you're not hitting with those draft picks, especially with analytics, it plays a role. 2 head coach openings still remain. The Cardinals and the Raiders. What's the latest in this situation?
Klint Kubiak, Seattle OC, Kevin, is the belle of the ball right now. The Raiders want to talk to him tomorrow in Seattle. So do the Arizona Cardinals. My sense in league circles talking to people is that he would prefer the Raiders job over the Cardinals if he does go that route. It is not a slam dunk he leaves Seattle. He's been with multiple teams over the years, just moved his family to the Northwest. So it would take the right kind of situation for him to leave. But it is believed that the target for Las Vegas and that #1 pick with Fernando Mendoza would be Kubiak. Both teams have their backup plans. Mike LaFleur, the Rams OC, could be the backup plan in Arizona.
All right, you mentioned the Raiders. They're on the clock, and everybody, all the signs point to in that April NFL draft that Fernando Mendoza, the Indiana quarterback, that star, he's the heavy favorite to go to Vegas. Jeremy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
They earned it after that performance in the semifinals. We start with the breaking news out of the NFL. The Vikings have fired GM Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah after just giving him an extension last offseason. Minnesota finished 9-8 this season, missed the playoffs. Keep in mind, last offseason, the Vikings didn't bring back Daniel Jones, didn't bring back Sam Darnold, and J.J. McCarthy struggled to stay on the field. You're tied to your quarterback as well as your draft picks. For much more, senior NFL writer Jeremy Fowler joining us now. What more can you tell us about this decision by the Vikings, especially the timing of it now?
Yeah, Kevin, multiple factors. The quarterback plan ultimately did not work. Tried to re-sign Sam Darnold, didn't get him. Re-signed Daniel Jones, didn't get him. Aaron Rodgers wanted to play there, didn't get him. They hedged their bets on J.J. McCarthy, who right now it looks like that was a miss. So where are they going in that position? Somebody had to take the fall. They were heavy on free agency and a lot of spending at other positions. Decent results, ultimately not great. I was told Adolfo-Mensah was not blindsided by this. He knew that the results probably weren't good enough that maybe he would have to take the fall here. So there were also some power dynamics in play between himself and Kevin O'Connell, the head coach. There were at least some whispers of that in the building. Remember, this is somebody with a non-traditional football background, not a scouting background, more analytics. My sources believe that he was never truly accepted there from day one.
Keep it.
Where we're a little over a week away from the big game, and we have some super questions at QB for both teams. Drake May is questionable for the Patriots as he battles both a shoulder injury and a recent illness. Meanwhile, Sam Darnold remains on the Seahawks injury report with an oblique issue, though he's expected to start and play after he's played through it the last 2 games. We're now joined by NFL insider Jeremy Fowler as we kind of open up the Fowler files. And Jeremy, just give us the latest so far on these 2 QBs, starting with Sam Darnold.
Scooby, Sam Darnold still limited in practice. He has not logged a full practice since January 15th when his oblique injury flared up, but I'm told not to worry. They've just been really cautious to make sure he doesn't let it rip in practice, not be a full go. They want to make sure he's not trying too much and saving it all for game day. But that oblique injury forced Seattle to have to just be a little careful with the throws he made, making sure he wasn't on the run too much, trying to let it rip 50, 60 yards downfield. But he is good to go. This last practice was more of a rest situation. So he's expected to be completely healthy for the game. That's the good news. Drake May, there is a little bit of ominous sign here with the shoulder issue that's sort of been lingering. He's been limited in practice, also had an illness yesterday. So there's not a major concern here. He's expected to play and play well. In fact, Seattle head coach Mike Macdonald was asked, do you think that shoulder is going to be any issue? He said, no issue. I expect May to be the playmaker, and his legs are still healthy, which has been crucial for him. He got a bunch of first downs last week against Denver.
Yeah, good.
Starting 5, the first thing you need to know, the Patriots quarterback Drake May did not practice today because of an illness. He's been dealing with a shoulder issue as well. When he wasn't spotted, red flags went off. We're 9 days away from Super Bowl 60. Mike Reese is in Foxborough covering the Patriots. Our Lindsay Theory, she's in Seattle, of course, covering the Seahawks. And let's start in Foxborough. And Mike, what can you tell us about Drake May and his absence today at practice?
So, Brian, Mike Vrabel said that Drake May did not practice today due to an illness. This comes 1 day after he was limited in practice due to his right shoulder. But I can tell you that May was at the facility today. He did take part in meetings, but it was Vrabel that decided to keep him off the practice field.
He did not practice, no. It was illness and shoulder. Illness? I'm sorry. Illness and shoulder.
How much did he practice yesterday, Mike? Tell us.
however you label limited, that's how much he practiced. It wasn't full, and so if it's not full, it has to be down as limited. So I don't know what percentage of the normal work, but it's pretty clear that if you're not, you don't take the normal reps or whatever you would normally take. So it wasn't that much.
The Patriots had 2 practices this week. Vrabel says that the game plan is in for first, second, and third down. They will be off on Saturday, and then they travel to the Bay Area on Sunday. They will have 4 practices leading into the Super Bowl, and all eyes will be on Drake May and how much he throws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, let's go to the Seattle side. Lindsay, what do we need to know from the Seattle side today?
Amina, the Seahawks took the practice field about 40 minutes ago. A very, I should say, a very appropriate music choice. That's the word I'm looking for. The final countdown blaring from the speakers. It's a routine practice, the heaviest practice load of the week for the Seahawks today. Jackson Smith and Jigba telling me at this point it's starting to settle in, and it really does just feel like a normal week of practice. Now, as Sam Darnold took the field, I had to get one question in, asked him how much he was going to throw today. Darnold telling me, I can't answer that. Luckily, we did also talk with his head coach just a few minutes before that, and he revealed a little bit more about Darnold's plan.
Well, it's just day by day, and how we're going to operate. And that's what we've done the last 2 weeks, and so that's what we'll keep on doing. But you put timetables on things. I mean, he's gonna plan the game. It's just how to handle, what's the best thing to do every day with that in mind. That's how we're going to treat it.
He's just going to be the Sam Darnold that he has been his entire life. And I've talked about a lot, the adversity and all the things that he's gone through, all the things that he's learned. And it's like, man, he continues to grow, take the positives and be able to move towards those and not be stuck in the negatives and things like that.
And Amina, I can tell you, as they prepare for a Super Bowl now 9 days away, this feels like a pretty loose group, perhaps because of the rally cry provided by their head coach, Mike McDonald, after that NFC Championship game on the podium, and now a viral moment saying, "We did not care." Well, several of his players now walk around the team facility, and if ever they need a light moment, they just start saying, "We did not care."
That's good stuff. Both teams, by the way, jump on a plane, head to Santa Clara this weekend. Super Bowl Media Day comes on Monday. Mike, Lindsay, thank you very much.
All right, so the second thing you need to know, the Vikings have fired their general manager, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, after just giving him an extension last offseason. Mensah had spent the week scouting at the Senior Bowl in Alabama. The team said in a statement it was in the best interest of the team to move forward with new leadership. Minnesota finished 9-8 this season and missed the playoffs. NFL reporter Jeremy Fowler with us right now. And Jeremy, this news broke just hours ago. So how did the Vikings come to this decision?
I mean, several factors here. So they didn't get it done at the quarterback spot.
Right.
Their plan over the last year did not work. They had a chance to re-sign Sam Darnold, didn't. Re-sign Daniel Jones, didn't. Sign Aaron Rodgers, who wanted to be there, didn't. They rolled with J.J. McCarthy. It didn't hit. They spent a lot of money at other positions trying to support a rookie quarterback. So that plan ultimately failed. And look, he's a non-traditional GM, didn't have a scouting background. My sense is, talking to sources, that he was never truly accepted there by some of the old football lifers in the building. There were rumors of a power dynamic between himself and Kevin O'Connell, the head coach. I was told that Adofo-Mensah felt that he was good with O'Connell leading into the end here, but he was not completely blindsided by this decision. He knew it was a results-based business, and they ultimately were okay, but not great, didn't get it done.
Because people from the outside are going to look at this and say, oh, they didn't sign Sam Darnold. He's now in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
J.J. McCarthy missed, 6 games or 7 games, and QBR rating of 34.
Yeah, the timing of Darnold being in the Super Bowl is not great. I don't think that was ultimately what was the factor here. It was a combination of the quarterback body of work. They just never really nailed it in the last 4 years and got solidified play there going for the next couple of years. That, in the future, where are you going to be a quarterback? They don't really know yet. That's a big issue.
Yep.
And they're just sort of in limbo. So O'Connell stays, Adofo-Mensah's out.
Well, we'll see. And by the way, the Vikings currently have the 18th overall pick in this spring's NFL draft.